kind of started going like, what am I doing? You know, I'm spending all this money and all this time to travel and not even really getting to explore the place at all, because you just go for the contest and you feel like you have to surf the contest beach with like 300 of the best surfers on the planet. You know, it's so crowded and everybody's ripping. It's so hard to get a wave, and you're just in this like mentality that your whole self-worth is like dependent on like how hard you ripped that day. I grew up in Palos Verdes, which is coastal but not really right on the beach, so I didn't really go to the beach much when I was a kid. My parents weren't really beach people, and I would just go with friends in like junior high. I remember like boogie boarding, like looking around and seeing other surfers and going, wow, that looks like, that's what I want to be doing. And I think I was like 12 or 13 maybe the first time that I kind of realized that surfing looked super fun, and kind of came home and asked my mom like, hey, I want to surf, you know, I want to learn how to surf, and she was totally against it. She was like, no way, like surfing's for boys. She didn't really help me out with it, so it wasn't until I was like 15 and I'd saved up babysitting money and found a surfboard and a wetsuit at a garage sale, kind of bought the equipment, and then had friends that could drive, and didn't really start surfing until then. My high school had a surf team and they needed girls on the team, so the boys on the team kind of took me under their wing a little bit, drove me to the beach every day, like picked me up, took me to the beach, and definitely like taught me about tides and all that. And my first contest I got second, and I could barely surf. Like I'd been surfing for like a few months at this point. I mean, I could get up and like go down the line, but I couldn't really turn or anything. You know, at that time in women's surfing, that was enough in this area. And I got second place, and I was just like, I want to win next time. And you know, I really had that drive and fire to improve. And I started surfing in NSSA contests when I was maybe a senior in high school. And then I went to UCSD and had a lot of more good waves at my disposal. You know, I started surfing blacks and just really started to travel a little bit too. Started taking extra classes in summer school to graduate as early as I could and finish up in 3 years. And you know, it was a little bit of a sacrifice because I didn't surf every single day, because like some days I was just like, no, I'm gonna do schoolwork today and I'm gonna get it done. But I think having that motivation and that drive, like when I did go surfing, I was so just so excited and so like determined. Finished school in 2001, won an NSSA national title that year too, and then I started traveling on the QS. So after 7 years of doing it, I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. So like 3 years ago, I stopped competing, and it's been so awesome. I mean, contests were fun, but like life's just so much different now as surfing, and been traveling to more interesting places, and my surfing is better. Like I ride different types of boards, and you know, don't feel like I have to be ripping every single wave, and it's a lot more fun now. I've been spending a lot of time in Central America, basically living there now, and my you know, the waves are good. I get to surf a lot more, the water's warm, but I'm also in a really remote area where kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and had to dig a well and like pump a well for water, and lived without electricity for a long time before I finally got a solar panel. You know, now just a lot more active with the community and trying to give back. And it's a simple life where like even like the basic things for daily life are difficult, but it's like those are the things you got to worry about. It's a fun project, like gardening, and I do women's surf and yoga retreats now too, so bringing groups of girls, you know, from all over the world, women that want to have a little adventure in their lives and want to give back and maybe learn to surf or challenge themselves in some way, and they come down and push them into their first waves. And it's really cool to be able to inspire those girls to kind of reach, you know, beyond their comfort zone and challenge themselves and realize that they can do those things.